Real quick before we start,
And
Rockford's home for Classic Rock, 96.7 The Eagle. Good morning, it's Double T. It's time for Bar Comedy USA News, and live from the news desk, it is comedian J-Dog. J-Dog, what's happening today, buddy?
good morning, Double T. My gosh, with an announcement like that, I feel like there should be a standing room only round of applause.
How is that?
There you go, man. That is the greatest sound I've ever heard. One man clapping. So
what's going on in your world, man?
I will say today's top stories in Bar Comedy USA News. First of all, Elon Musk gets booed at a Dave Chappelle show, which I think is kind of funny. And secondly, I just want you and your listeners to know that I did indeed survive the middle school Christmas music concert.
Ooh, nice.
Number one takeaway from that is there is nothing uglier than the sound of a sixth grader playing a clarinet. I mean, maybe one thing is worse. A preschooler playing the recorder.
You know, it's one thing, to have the Christmas programs and everything for the kids, and they sing the songs. But when you start putting instruments in their hands, it gets dangerous.
A little bit, especially, I find the recorder ironic name, considering it's the one instrument that should never be recorded.
I get that one, yes.
I just got a little bit of I kind of enjoy myself a little bit. But I'm just wondering how much time is being wasted, because those kids are never playing that clarinet again. I mean, this isn't like the 1920s in New Orleans. Unless you're Woody Allen, like, what grown up have you ever heard that really rocks the clarinet?
I mean, I'm sure there's some, orchestras and stuff out there, but I mean, that's such a small group of kids that are going to move on to something like that. Yeah, it's probably just a little bit of an experience for them, but really not. It's kind of like math. Are you ever going to use it again?
That's right. You're actually pretty closely related to the music industry, and you're having trouble coming up with a famous clarinet player.
I can't think of any off the top of my head. I mean, yeah, Ian Anderson from Jethro Tull played the flute. Is that close enough?
Yeah, well, see, I was going to give the flute a hard time, but then that was the one example I thought of that busts my theory. A flutophone might work for my act.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brad. So, just to let you know, on to today's top story, Elon Musk was booed when he was brought on stage at Dave Chappelle's show.
Now, is this because of who he is, or if Dave Chappelle brings anybody on stage, are they getting booed?
That's a really good question, Double T. And, when you get to a certain level, no matter who you are, you attract a certain level of haters. I mean,
right.
Even lowly old Jeremy Dog Danley has his slew of haters. And,
no, I'm shocked.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's surprising. I know. But, I've even always said, like, who even cares? You can cheer me, you can boo me, as long as you're reacting, that's all I care about,
Yeah, sometimes the hate's a little bit more fun.
I think so. Like, one of my favorite things to do in comedy is to play the bad guy villain in those Comedy Wild West shows that I talked to you about before.
Oh, yeah, you're really good at it.
That's right. You can lean into that, and it allows you to be it allows you to be sort of like a jerk for entertainment value. It's a lot of fun. I don't know that you can do that if you're not playing a character.
Sure. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's not like, you can go, if you're kind of grumpy and you're, being mean to your wife, you could say, oh, I'm just practicing for the role this summer. I don't think that's going to go over very well.
Yeah, you know what, Double T? I better actually write down that little bit of advice you just gave me there. Stop practicing the abusive husband act on your wife as a comedy bit. You learn something new every day.
You do, man. That's what it's all about, But Dave Chappelle, I don't think he's going to get a lot of hate. Well, I guess he gets some hate. Some people don't like some of the topics he brings up. But
sure.
Overall, most people that are going to a Dave Chappelle show are going there to enjoy it. So does that ruin the night for the fans when they bring out this guy, Elon Musk, that apparently people don't like?
Yeah, well, some people don't. Some people probably cheered for him as well. I have yet to see the recording, but there was some footage leaked of that, which I'm going to check out, just because I think that stuff is funny. And, Dave knows what he's doing. He's an entertainer at heart. And like I said before, if you've got the people engaged, whether they're cheering, they're booing, they're laughing, they're crying, they're engaged, and that's really what entertainment is all about. What I think is most interesting, though, and who the real bad guy is, whoever did capture the video footage, because everybody knows no cell phones are allowed at a Dave Chappelle show.
Yeah, exactly. I was just thinking that. I wonder who snuck it in. I wonder if it was planted in there.
It very well could be a publicity stunt, 100%, but there's also a certain number of, you might want to get the bleep button ready.
Okay.
There's a certain number of douchebags that will always sneak the cell phone in and do their live video recording and things like that, which completely ruins the experience for everybody.
Yeah, that's true. I was talking to somebody else earlier this week, and we were talking about cell phones
Hey, Mike.
at shows, and we think that people that take cell phones out at shows and start recording shows, it doesn't matter if it's comedy or music or what, they should get a lump of coal in their stock.
100%. So, as much as you might think and have the opinion, which is fine, that Elon Musk is a douchebag, there is something that is 100% true, and that is anybody that uses a cell phone during any live comedy show ever, 100% of them are douchebags.
I agree. I'm down with you with that one.
And that being the case, I might have just attracted a whole bunch of haters right now. And the next time I play Rockford, when you bring me up on stage, I'll be getting just as much booze as Elon Musk. But that's okay, because Dog, I like booze.
Dog lives for the booze, and it's Bar Comedy USA News. Dog, what else is going on in your world?
Hey, man. Well, we've got the holidays coming up, and we've got the Pub and Grub Comedy Tour happening all over the country. We just did a show in Clinton. We did a show in Rock Falls. There's going to be more of that. There's going to be a show coming up in February at the Screw City Tavern. That's going to have our good friend Dobie Maxwell. And so I'm excited to talk about all that fun stuff over the course of the next few weeks of what we have happening in Bar Comedy USA. And you can check it out at barcomedyusa.com.
Dog, thanks, buddy. Have a good one, man.
You too, Double T. Thank you, my friend.
It's Bar Comedy USA News with comedian Dog on Rockford's home for Classic Rock, 96.7 The Eagle. Cool, man. Cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, so then after the new year, I'll reach out to Dobie and see if he can